Hi everyone, I am here with Adam Stone, the publisher of The Examiner. He asked to meet at NEWCOMERS apartments on Manville, and I was wondering what that personal significance could be. Hi Adam.
This is where I lived with my wife in the early 2000s, so Pleasantville has a special place in my heart. We love the time here so much.
And what drew you to Pleasantville?
So I had a job offer from a couple different newspapers after I graduated from college, and one of them was with the Journal News Weeklies division at the time. And I was dating Allison, my then girlfriend, current wife, and so that put that offer over the top, the fact that she was living here in Pleasantville and grew up here. It wasn't until 2007 that I thought of the idea of The Examiner, and 6 weeks later the newspaper began. So it was
you're kidding me.
It was a crazy process. It
How did you do
happened.
that?
It was an insane period of time. I had a yellow legal pad. I thought of this idea. I jotted down everything on a bunch of paper, what I needed to do in order to make it happen. Had a great group of people around to help make it happen, and 6 weeks later we launched September 11th of 2007.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what was the circulation when you started?
2,000, and now we're up at 25,000. I was delivering those first few weeks out of my
Out of
condo
your-
Accord at
out
the
of your
time. So we started off with just The Examiner, and the newspaper covered Mount Kisco and Pleasantville. That newspaper grew into Chappaqua and Mount Pleasant and North Castle, Armonk over the years. The first new newspaper we started was the Putnam Examiner, which covers Putnam. We also have the White Plains Examiner down in White Plains, and the Northern Westchester Examiner.
Still have local reporters that actually attend events,
Right.
And it's not just so many of our city newspapers now are using wire service. What reporters do you have, and what do they cover?
So we have 4 editors who are the editors-in-chief of the 4 newspapers. Then we have a couple full-time reporters, and then also a stable of freelancers. So between that group, and then also sports editors of the different newspapers.
I know when I was new to Pleasantville, the Examiner was so helpful for me. I just into the community right away. So what do you think you offer for both the newcomer and for the longtime resident?
Well, I think you speak to something that we talked about a lot when we started, and the main part of that "we" is Martin Wilbur, our original founding editor, who's still the editor-in-chief of The Examiner, and that is having a little bit of something for everybody in the newspaper. You mentioned the blotter, the obits, letters to the editor, crossword puzzle. There's, the in-depth news stories is our bread and butter, covering local government. But if that's not what brings everybody to the newspaper, if it's something else that brings them in, that's fine.
In this day and age, it can be hard to know what's news, right? How do you see your role as a news provider?
Well, one thing that's extremely important to us is getting to the local government meetings and school board meetings. It's important about being there, the community seeing that you're there, nurturing sources, developing sources, showing the town officials that you're there to report on their local governments.
There's some accountability there, right? If the press is there.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there's enough shenanigans that goes on when the press is watching, so you can
can't even imagine.
You can only imagine when we're looking away what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's extremely important.
Because balancing the news cycle for a weekly paper versus a 24/7 website, how do you do that?
Now when a story breaks and we have a reporter there and we have the story, we're looking to publish it online immediately as soon as we feel that we have the story right and accurate and report it out. And then we'll print, a hopefully more in-depth version in print. So the news cycle has sped up, and we try to deliver as much as possible in terms of posting and publishing every day on our website and on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and then we have an email blast that we also try to send out every single day, every weekday, with the latest headlines.
How can the community sending in story ideas and in, just sort of being a part of that news gathering?
Yeah, well, feedback from the community and story ideas is extremely important to us, and hearing from what the people have to say. So you could email us or call us. Examiner Media is our company Twitter account, and we're also Examiner Media on Facebook.
What do you love most about Pleasantville?
It's just so community oriented. Just a few minutes ago when we first met, we ran into somebody, a friendly face in town, and had one of those kinds of neighborly, nice. I gave her my business card, and maybe she'll be in touch with a story idea. To your point. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Your tagline is.
Oh, small news is big news.
Small news is big news, and so we are all big people in the eyes of the Examiner.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Thanks for all that you do for us, Adam.
Thank you,
I wish
Patty.
you all the best. Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying Pleasantville Insider. If so, go to parkbench.com/Pleasantville and subscribe to keep up to date on all of our local happenings. You can also reach me through there if you have any questions about home maintenance or if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in Westchester County. I'm Patty Anker, a realtor with Better Homes and Gardens Rand Realty in Thornwood, New York, and I'll see you around town.